We're going to talk a little bit about our waste lines and our vent lines now. The waste line being the sewer line, where when you turn the sink on, the water that falls into the sink, where does it go? Well, it goes right down into this pipe here, travels down the pipe, down to this long sweep here, and into the actual drain that ties into the sewer. Common fall to make the water run properly and any solids that might be in there, you need an 1/8 of an inch to the foot fall. So if this is 4 feet, you need 1/4 of an inch lower here than here so that the water will naturally, but not too quickly, flow down into the sewer line. And that's this right here is an 1.25 inch trap adapter, which is most commonly used for your bathroom sinks. Your waste line there is always 1.25 inches. Your kitchen sinks and wash tubs are 1.5 inches. Just because of the volume of water used at those sinks is greater than you would ever use in a bathroom. Okay, now once we come over here, you see this long sweep that it's a 3x2 combo that ties into what we call our vent pipe. This vent pipe runs all the way up the wall into the attic and then out through the roof. And you have to have a vent in order for all of your water in your sewer line to flow so that it doesn't hiccup or burp or it breaks the vacuum is what will happen. You'll see here some more black pipe that I've added. This is a P-trap, a 2-inch P-trap that is going to act as the drain for the washing machine. This white box here is you have your hot and cold line and then your waste line. And your hoses that hook up to your washing machine will tie into these lines here, and then the drain hose that comes out of the back of the washing machine will drop down into here, and as your washing machine pumps water out of it, this is where it goes. The reason there's a P-trap in here is that water will always sit here, and this part will always be full of water. That keeps any gases that might come up from the sewer that ties into the street, it keeps those gases from coming up here and having the smell of sewage in your room. Back to our drain for our sink, we don't have a P-trap in this line because the P-trap will be added in the drain of the sink. And the same function there. The P-trap for the sink will remain, it'll have water in it, and that keeps the gases from flowing up into your bathroom. Now you'll see this here drops again down into the 3-2 combo into our main line, which our main line also doubles as our vent line. So all the washing machine water will drop down here into our main sewer line. All of our sink water will drop down in this line into our main line. This vent will act as a vent for the washing machine, the sink, the toilet, and the shower that will be installed behind me. The 3-inch vent, we had originally planned on using a 2-inch vent, and as I reviewed the code, I found that we had to have a 3-inch vent. It's the code for the building of what we're doing here. So this is a 3-inch ABS sewer pipe. It runs all the way up the inside of the wall. We cut a hole through the ceiling. It continues to travel right up on through the ceiling, into the attic, and out through the top of the shingled roof. And I have 12 inches protruding above the shingle line of vent pipe, and that too is code.